Hey everyone, I am super excited to share and do this project with you. I have been forecasting ever since I graduated. I have worked for one of the biggest fashion e-commerce companies in the world, and my focus is actually on their biggest market. It entails forecasting a few billion every year or hundreds of millions every week. It is this practical experience that I have that I want to share with you. By the end of this project, you'll know how top tech companies build state-of-the-art forecasting products. Before we get to it, let me share with you the usual approach, which is the general framework for most modeling, analytics, and machine learning problems. You have a model that generates an outcome. For forecasting, you have a forecasting model that provides a forecast. If we take one step back, how do we actually know which model to choose? Do we pick the one that's state-of-the-art? Do we pick the one that has worked best in the past? Do we pick the one that we have used? It is quite difficult to choose because we don't know which one actually fits best our problem. Think of modeling like ourselves. We are all extraordinary people, but we are not the best at everything. If we team up together, particularly with people that are good at the tasks that we are not great at, then we definitely make a team that complements itself. Let's zoom in on forecasting. There are many factors that a forecasting model needs to be good at. For example, dealing with complex seasonalities, outliers, regressors, nonlinearity, changes in trend, etc. A single model can't be the best at everything. And by the way, if any of these topics is unclear, don't worry, we'll cover everything throughout the course. I promise. Hence, let me share a modern forecasting product approach. You start by creating state-of-the-art models, and you still end up with a forecast in the end. However, there is an intermediate step where you have this ensemble, where you combine all of the models to then build the forecast. One of the interesting things is that the idea of ensemble is not new. The framework was proposed first in the 80s by many different scholars in reputable business and forecasting magazines. The research has been reproduced and replicated through time. However, the forecasting models available in the 80s and 90s and up to a few years ago were very limited. There have been loads of innovations in time series forecasting in the past few years, advancing the topic and making it more accessible than ever. Hence, ensemble framework is now more relevant than before because now we have far more models to combine. To wrap up, let me share the project structure. We'll kick it off by exploring the data, creating visualizations, and learning key topics about forecasting. If you took the Business Data Analyst course recently, it would serve mainly as a recap. Next, we start with the model that we did in the course, so the forecasting model called Facebook Prophet. And what we'll do is that we'll generate a forecast with it. Next, we do the same for Sarimax. Sarimax is an old statistical model, but it works brilliantly. Again, we'll tune the model first and then generate a forecast. Next, we have our other two models. We'll learn about LinkedIn Silverkite, a recent development by LinkedIn. In the fourth model, we'll dabble in deep learning, learning about long short-term memory, or LSTM, a type of recurrent neural network. In the end, we'll create our ensemble forecasting product, combining everything that we built together throughout the project. The next step is to show you the course materials. If you encounter any issue, any bug that I do not, the simplest solution is to use the materials. And of course, you're always welcome to ask for support or ask for help for everything that you need. Until the next video, have fun.